So, I bought a sketchbook. I hate it. Why? So yeah, I've bought a sketchbook, and basically we're just gonna, I guess, fill the first page in today. I don't really know what we're gonna do, but let's figure it out. It's probably gonna have Pokemon in it, so let's get to it. So yeah, you'll have seen my very valid crash out, so just ignore the bottom bit. And so my idea was to kind of have a little Samo, sitting down with a book, and then kind of go from there, see where it took me. Kind of just sketching a little head shape. I will preference this video by saying I don't really draw a lot of people these days, so just bear with me, hang in there. I'm sure we'll get there. We'll just get some baselines in, where am I going to put things, rub this line out, there. And yeah, just some little dots for the eyes, so we know where we're going to place some things. So I like to start out with some kind of block shapes, know where I'm kind of going to be putting some things. You're going to tell that this is heavily unscripted, because I'm just going to ramble a decent amount. We're getting some shape in there. It's making sense. We'll block in a bit of the body. So my idea is to kind of stick him in a big old hoodie, because then I don't have to draw a neck, and I can hide it. And I can just pick some big old shapes to put there. It also helps that hoodies are kind of the only thing that I wear. Side note, is it egotistical to kind of draw yourself? If anyone's wondering what I guess I look like, it's roughly this. Just a lot more dishevelled. Oh no, I don't like that. Yeah, no, I don't like that. We're going for more of a basic shape today. So we're gonna start giving the hoodie a bit of structure, find our shapes, find what works, what doesn't. I think that's the way I kind of approach art, is just kind of start putting some lines down, see what looks right. Alright, it's time to draw a hand, so cue the montage music, and it's time to absolutely lock in. Okay. Whoa. You know what? I've drawn worse hands. Just as I was editing this, I realised that the camera angle was terrible and didn't capture the bottom of the page as I was kind of doing where the legs were. I completely apologise for that. Alright, so we're just going to get some structure put on the face, and I guess do some hair. And I'm not great at hair, so we're just going to have to bear with me a second while I try and get the right... I don't know about this one. Nope. Alright, we'll try that again. I think what you're supposed to do, and I'm not doing, is kind of treat it as sections and have more of big shapes and sections of hair of where you want it to be, if that makes sense. I'm really bad at explaining things, I'm so sorry. Just get some shape on the top of it. Alright, we'll just give you some curls here, little one, anyway. Sketching some lines, some curvy lines. Anyway, I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a good day. You're having a nice weekend. You had a snack yet? You had something to eat? Something to drink? You had enough water? If you don't like water, have you had enough juice or whatever? You got a snack? You got something to drink? Good. Let me just correct this face, because that's a bit woof. Oh, that's cute. Ah, little happy face. There you go, little Samo. Hey, do you know what? I've drawn worse. I've definitely drawn worse. We're gonna draw some eyes though. which is a bit scary. So let me just focus on the nose first. Alright, lock in. Cue music. Okay. Yeah, sure. That'll do for now. You know what? It's not bad. It's okay. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. So my idea here, that again you couldn't see, and I'm so sorry for, is to have like a little book and then kind of pages slipping out the book and kind of flowing up the page. For this little starter page we've got going on. One more like, ooh, you know what? That's not bad. Yeah, like that. That's it. This makes sense, right? Kind of pages coming out of a book, floating upwards. Oh, you know what would be good? Okay, you know what? I'm going to do like a Pokemon coming out of the top of it. And you can guess which Pokemon it's going to be. I told you I'd find a way to stick a Pokemon in here somehow. Finish off some sheets. Yes, obviously this is the first sketchbook of the channel. You know, I hope there's many more. This book has got like 80 pages in, I believe, so we're gonna have a long time with this. But yeah, this is the very first one. Alright, let's draw a little bean. Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh hey, I don't know about this angle. There you go, that's a bit thicker here, I think. Alright, let me bring you closer. Right. Alright, before we start and I'm looking at this, it's not Moomin. Alright. Can you guess who it is? The big squishy boy. I mean, I don't think it's that hard to guess, to be completely honest. I think 3 lines in and you've pretty much got a good guess. Give him a big old belly. I want to kind of, so he's like flying out of the paper. Big chunky arm. Oh god, I love him so much. His little fingies. I didn't like this leg. Looked like a chicken strip. Get rid of that. Whoop. Alright, let me try and get this leg in place. Yeah, I don't know about this one. How is this working? You know what? I've said chicken strip, and now that's literally all I can see. Alright, let's give you a little tush. Alright, there's your other leg. You've got bigger feet than that, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's bigger than this. Alright, I should probably look up a picture of Dragonite. Yeah, it needs to be bigger than this. Just pretend you didn't see that. Pretend you didn't see it. Gone. Yeah, makes more sense. And then it would kind of come out a little bit. Come back in. I guess but I'm doing them like a little wave. Little hello. And then his tail kind of swooping into kind of the page. Yeah, I like that. That makes sense, right? Alright, we'll lock in a bit. We need to do some little detailing on his face, I think. Some little whoop. Yeah, I mean, it's Dragonite, obviously. I've not said it yet, but at this point I feel like it's pretty obvious. Little happy Dragonite. My favourite Pokemon of all time. So how could I not? I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I'll always find a way to draw the the Pokemon I want to draw, believe me. Editing Samo again, because I realise this is going to take ages, so I'm going to start speeding bits up, so here we go. Really super quick wing. Alright, so I've basically rubbed out most of the pencil. You can still see a lot of it, and I've not done a very good job of it, but I kind of wanted to try something different. So we're going to try and colour before we do the fine lining. If that makes sense. I've seen some artists do this, and it looks really cool. Again, I'm going to speed this up so that you're not here all day as I start colouring this in and yap a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to say again, thank you for all the support that has been given. I'm going to say this every video, I feel like, at this point, but yeah, it's been truly amazing, and I couldn't have asked for more. I didn't think for a single second there would be even one person that wanted to watch me yap and colour in. Again, for anyone that wants to know the kind of tools and stuff that I use, I'll stick a list of it in the description. I've been pretty bad at that, actually, I'm not going to lie, but I'll quickly go through it now anyway, just while he's colouring this in. So the pencil is standard pencil. I'll be honest, I grab whichever pencil I use, or whichever pencil's near me at the time. When it comes to the actual pens that I use, I just use some generic alcohol markers. They're really good for blending and adding other things on top of it. So as you can see here, I've decided to kind of put the fine liner on top of the base colour, and see if that kind of makes the picture look any better, any worse, if there's any difference at all for me. But I'll be honest, I don't really like this fine liner anymore. I feel like it's not as good. I mean, actually, to be fair, I think it's the dark colours that I don't like it on. And yeah, it's a black fine liner, so I mean, what do I expect? Clean that up a little bit. Shoop. Sorry, I'm just making loads of random noises because this is what happens. Just doing whatever I can to avoid doing the eyes and the actual facial features. If I pretend for long enough that they're not there, then I don't have to do them. For God's sake, alright, we're gonna have to do them. Alright, lock in. Final montage. Okay. Moving on. We're just gonna finish off the rest of it, I think. Yep. No one talk about it. No one talk about it. I mean, it's alright. Look, it's alright. It could have been worse. It could have been better. We'll get the fine liner finished off here anyway, and then we'll fill in a bit more colour on it. Alright, another absolutely tense moment while I try and fine liner this hand in. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm telling you now. Oh, I messed it up. Oh God, how do I fix it? Oh, you idiot. We're moving on. We're not gonna talk about it. I want to go back to drawing Pokemon. Hello again, Dragonite. Help me. Alright, we're just going to speed through this again. Because again, I'm going to end up keeping you here all day. So yeah, my favourite Pokemon of all time is Dragonite. Above anything else. Above any other Pokemon. I'm interested, what's your favourite Pokemon of all time? You know? Be any generation. There's no right or wrong answer. Yeah, I'll be honest, the fine linering process always fills me with dread, and I can't escape it. I don't know how to escape it. Someone help me, send help. But yeah, I think it's just the fact that you can't erase it, and I don't think it's ever going to stop me. But I hope you've had a good week anyway. If you're sitting on the toilet, good luck, Godspeed, you've got this. If you are, I am so sorry for calling you out. If you're not, well, I hope you enjoy and doing whatever it is you're doing anyway. Right, so the shadows on this paper ain't gonna make a lot of sense. I kind of just wung it. I didn't really know how I wanted to do it. I'll be honest with you, I just kind of went for it and started filling in bits. It turns out okay, I think, in the end. I think if you really looked at it, it probably doesn't make sense. I will zoom in a little bit, get some kind of detailing on the hoodie here. Yeah, because I wasn't going to just leave it in block colours, obviously. So, and when I'm kind of colouring, I'm trying to kind of go with the shape of the object I'm colouring. Obviously, these are quite rounded. So I kind of try to bring my pen, I guess, almost like I'm wrapping around the object in question. Also, if you've not guessed by now, I'm a big fan of purple. It's like my favourite colour. Yeah, like here, I'm kind of like wrapping it around the collar, and then kind of leaving the spots of highlight. Again, we're going to speed up a bit because we're going to be here ages. I'm still trying to work out like the best timing of this. Do you want longer videos? Do you want shorter videos? Do you like it when I kind of just blast through the colouring and the... Or do you prefer a more calmed, chilled, lazy sketching, we'll call it? But yeah, let me know anyway. Let me know what you prefer. This is a white acrylic Posca marker that I use for like highlighting and whatnot. Do a bit more shading on the hair. So I'm kind of just trying to fill in the background a little bit, just to fill in the space, just so it's not as a white sheet of paper. So I kind of just went for some like swirls. There wasn't really any reason for this. I kind of just let the pencil go off on itself, to be honest. So yeah, I kind of went for like a blue, just to tie it all together, I guess. And we will fill it in. There you go, see how quick that was. And then I'm just going to use a darker blue to kind of put those lines back in, I suppose. But here we are. Here's the end of the video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this little sketchbook. This is how it turned out. I'm pretty proud of it. I haven't drawn people in a while, is the issue. So I am ultimately happy with how it turned out. And I'm obviously going to use this book for the channel. I did stick a piece of paper in here as well, because if I didn't, it would have bled through the entire book. But yeah, this sketchbook will be coming back. We'll hopefully fill all these pages in and yeah, see where it takes us. Well, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed this. So my hope and aim to do is to upload every Saturday at 4 PM GMT. Is that the right one? We BST now? God, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, the point is I'm going to hopefully upload every Saturday a longer video. So yeah, let me know what you want to see anyway, if you want to see anything else. And yeah, I hope to catch you next one. Bye!